let's call this planning board meeting to order for Monday, the 13th. First on the agenda is Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm not even going to try to butcher this name. Application, next on the agenda is an application for conditional use restaurant cafe, 14 Old Orchard Road, map 10, lot 30. Everybody here to represent it? Please at the podium to explain to us what you're trying to do.
Please.
Please.
Should I move this down? No.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not
Yeah.
even on.
Yeah, you can tip it down.
Okay.
Just heat. Yeah. Try that.
Okay. All right. So, the projected plan at 14 Old Orchard is a cafe and a kitchen for manufacturing added value products made at the farm, in addition to a potential retail space to sell goods made by local crafters, in addition to what we make in the kitchen from what's produced at the farm. That's about it.
Okay. All right. Questions from the board? Okay. Jerry, you got any questions?
Are you planning on paving the parking lot?
Ideally, I would not pave because of the nature of the property. I feel that the chemicals from the asphalt would potentially leach onto the property that I'm farming, and I just don't find it
How
necessary.
are you going to designate the parking spots?
My thought was large boulders in addition to marking with string or wire or planters.
Okay.
If you're going to speak, you should be up there so the public can hear you.
Yep.
That's okay. All right. Well,
Okay, yeah. Do you have to get a permit from the state to operate the cafe?
Yeah, the commercial kitchen license is issued from the state.
Okay. Have you spoken to the fire chief
Yes.
and his reply?
It didn't seem like there was a need for a sprinkler system
Okay.
and, seemed to be pretty good to go without any additional, much
Is there adequate
anything.
signage for exits and entrance and that type of
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah, this was very early on,
Okay,
and I assume they'll come back after more building has been done.
okay. That's all I have for now.
Chris?
No, my only thing was the parking. Is that gonna be just a gravel area?
Yeah, right now there's crushed gravel and sand. Quite a bit has been brought in, but that's currently what it is, and large stone on top of that.
Okay. I'm all
Yep.
set for now. I can wait for.
If you
the
have
rest
any more questions, Paul's the owner of the land and is doing more like the hardscaping and building. If there are any more questions that I'm not answering.
That's okay. I'll get my questions answered when we do site walk.
Right.
How many seats are you proposing?
I believe it was 15 seats.
Okay. Yeah, I see it right here.
May I ask a question about seating?
Sure.
I was curious, is that seating and parking only for indoor seating, or if we plan to have a patio, would that be included in the total number?
Your parking is decided on how many people you're going to be able to service. So if you're gonna have like 15 tables, which would include 10 inside and 5 outside, that's what it includes.
Okay.
So if you're gonna, 15 tables, and you're gonna have a couple of them out onto the patio and the rest of them are inside, that's what it entails.
Okay.
You're all set now?
I'm all set for now.
I think I see an issue, not strong issue, but with a dirt parking lot with a business like this, in the spring, it's gonna be a mud hole. Could be a mud hole. I think it should be paved. I understand that people don't like pavement because they're afraid of something leaching out of it. But all the product that's in the hot top come from the ground. So that's my biggest thing is, and not only that, come spring, you can have a lot of work out in the yard, straightening up the parking lot, pulling the gravel back, reshaping. But,
Where the parking lot is located is higher than a lot of the other land where there is water issues, and where the parking lot was chosen, we did think about the water levels, and that particular zone doesn't have an issue in terms of, excess water, but I hear you on the other issues potentially, and we're open, of course, to paving if need be. But we'd rather bring in a lot of extra gravel to raise the land, if possible.
Craig,
Your sketch shows you're gonna have an entrance out onto 202.
Yes, sir.
Have you applied for a permit from the DOT yet for driveway entrance?
I have not yet.
Okay.
Existing.
Okay.
It's an existing entrance, and this is 1996.
For a residence, not a cafe.
Right, I didn't know if you meant for the culvert and
Yeah.
actually tying in, there is an entrance there.
You may want to just check with them to make sure it's so okay. You know, just
Absolutely.
explain what you're doing, and they'll be able to tell you
Yep.
whether it's good. Okay. I'm good for now.
okay. Patty, any questions?
I had a question about DOT also, and the sketch doesn't show dimensions from
I see,
abutting structures, wells, or septics.
I see that.
That's the only comments I have.
So they need to do that.
So what's that well that's over on the side? Does that service the property?
That's on their property.
Okay. That's their well? Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and this water's gonna have to be tested?
We have water tests. I believe they may have been included.
We actually already installed
If you keep, we need you over,
Yeah, it's just that people watching on TV can't hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
So, yeah, the water system, we dug a well and installed a pH balancer and also a coliform light filter, and have positive tests that are included in this. That have passing tests, I should say, FDA level.
okay?
And I wanted to add the parking area too, is 8 inches of 4-inch gravel, and then we're finishing it with 2 or 3 inches of reclaim graded.
That'll set up.
Yeah, it's pretty solid as is now, and we're still working on it, so,
Because basically all that needs to do is get some sunlight on it.
right, no, it's pretty solid. And yeah, marking the spots with planters and boulders from the property, which I've seen some other businesses around have that system work pretty well. That's all I had to add about the parking area.
Is the septic system rated for a cafe, or is it just a residential house now?
It is rated for a cafe.
It is. Okay. Excuse me.
Okay. Is
That's new and hasn't even been, it's installed and ready to go. But
Okay.
we just put that in November.
Okay. Is there, what else do we need from them? They've got 8-2B and them answered.
Keith?
Yes.
Can we talk about the retail part of it?
Yes.
Only because restaurants are a conditional use in that zone, manufacturing is a conditional use in
I
that
saw
zone.
that note.
But retail is not permitted in that zone. However, some restaurants sell things as retail also, but I just want that on record so that we can talk about it.
Okay. Let's see, how can we work that? That's, they're gonna be doing crafts.
Restaurant goods for the
How could we make it work?
If they're manufacturing food products, I think retail of things that they make might be one thing, but retail of things other people are making, I'm not sure of.
Yeah, I didn't, because manufacturing, that, I think that would fall under manufacturing of product that's being brought in.
Manufacturing is making a product.
Right.
That's the product, that's the use of making the oils and the
Right.
other products they're gonna make on site.
Yes. It's stuff they make on site. It's fine. But the stuff coming in from other customers, some other people that want to sell their crafts. Did I hear you right saying that some other people were gonna?
Yeah, I mean, that's an ideal situation, of course. I'll pivot as needed, but I was curious if it was possible to apply for a commercial use to enable that, but if it's just for manufactured goods made on site, that's okay as well.
Jerry, what do you think?
Well, it's in the residential zone. It's not in the commercial zone.
It's in a rural zone.
Rural zone,
It's in rural.
yep.
On that side of
It's in
202
the
is
rural
rural.
zone, yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
for some reason, that one little piece
Yeah.
is excluded from the commercial, it's right.
I don't have an issue with them selling their own manufactured products, either food items or stuff like that. I think I would have an issue if they were selling other people products there, because that would really constitute a retail sales. Retail sales are not allowed in the rural zone,
Okay.
okay? So if it was commercial zone, you could sell anything you wanted to.
Yeah.
But since it's zoned retail, the only way you could get around that is to change the zoning in that area to make it commercial. Okay?
And that includes, like vegetables from local farmers, not necessarily products made, but also, eggs, for example, from my neighbor would include retail products.
That falls under, to me, that falls under agriculture,
Under what?
under agriculture,
Yeah.
which, from what I understand, anybody can set up a place to sell eggs.
Or agricultural
or
items.
Product, meat, stuff like that,
Many farm stands
on
do.
many farm
yeah.
stands.
I don't have an issue with selling agricultural items that are generated off-site.
No, because they're gonna buy eggs anyhow.
Right.
So I don't have an issue with the agriculture side of products.
That was really my primary focus, is just to have, support local farmers in the area.
And if you've gotta buy product for the restaurant, you might as well buy from them.
Yeah,
Keep everybody going.
that's the
What do you
idea.
grow on the farm now?
Currently, medicinal herbs is my primary focus, over 40 different medicinal herbs. Hemp is a focus as well. In addition to that, we're licensed through the Department of Agriculture, and also about a half an acre of vegetables.
Okay. That you gonna use in the cafe and then consume yourself? Yep.
Yes.
I'm all set. I don't,
Craig? You have an issue with them selling, agricultural products?
God, no. Not at all.
I just, one of them things I want on. Let's see, new septic is in. Okay, so basically, we've got quite a bit of information. Is there anything anybody thinks we need besides this?
just a better dimensional map.
Okay. Do you want to set a sidewalk?
If I would have known it was projected, I would have put a little bit more effort into it.
That's all right.
Don't be intimidated.
We've
It's-
had
We've
worse
seen
on-
some real beauties, so yours isn't that bad, okay?
Half bad compared to some of them we've
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah. You, yeah, okay.
So if you could just show us, and maybe, have you seen the tax maps that you've provided copies of?
I have looked at them.
Some of those in the code enforcement office have dimensions on them, meaning the length of the property lines.
Okay.
And if you could just do a big map, maybe blow that up with the adjoining, we're basically just concerned with people that abut them, correct?
Yeah.
So if you just did the maps that abut your map,
Okay.
and then note the dimensions, and maybe, I'm not encouraging you to trespass, but just maybe guesstimate where their house is, maybe where they're, do you get along with your neighbors?
Most of them.
Most of them. And then just give us a guesstimate of what the dimensions are,
Okay.
okay?
And locations of your neighbors' wells.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to go this week? You want to go this weekend? I mean,
No, Saturday.
it's late until 8 o'clock.
Yep, I can do a night,
I can do a night.
I'm good at night.
okay? What's night is best for you guys?
It's not anything. If it's nighttime.
It'd probably be like 6 o'clock.
Good for any of them.
I'm flexible as well.
Okay.
I can't do tomorrow,
You can't do tomorrow?
not tomorrow.
Do you want to do Wednesday,
I can make it, but it's gonna be tight.
Thursday?
I'd rather do it on Thursday.
Okay.
Okay,
Is that good for you, Chris?
I'm good for Thursday, yeah.
You're good for 6?
Yep.
6 PM Thursday?
Yep.
Yep,
Thursday, 6 PM,
yep.
which is the 16th.
Yep.
Okay, I make a motion to set a site walk for, I'm sorry, I don't want to slaughter your name. I'm just going to say the Farm Cafe for Thursday, 6 PM on the 16th.
Second,
My name's Naila.
Nayula, okay.
Naila.
Nayila.
I wasn't gonna try to butcher it.
Yeah.
We'll practice.
Call me Nye for
By
short.
Chris, second by Craig, for a site walk at 14 Old Orchard Road on Thursday at 6 o'clock. All those in favor? 4, okay.
Bring your rain gear.
We don't really have to go inside of any buildings, but that's up to you, but generally, we're just gonna walk around the outside of the property.
Okay.
And if you could, I mean, your parking area, you said that's all gravel anyway, so we can probably see that? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
so we'll see you Thursday.
Thank you.
Okay, next is Joe Whitehouse, application for custom exempt slaughterhouse, 441 Chicopee Road, map 2, lot 26-C-1.
411 Chicopee Road.
Oh, okay. Just let us know what you're trying to do up there.
All right, well, currently I cut wild game up there right now, looking to get into the livestock market. So would be, the State Department of Agriculture would have to come in and certify the building and the property and stuff.
So when you apply, how long does that take them to get to you?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Because if we approve and you don't have that, that's going to be a condition. You can't do nothing until they get the license from the state.
Nothing as far as like building and stuff, or,
The building is up to the code officer.
okay, yeah,
If she wants to issue a building permit for a building, that's one thing.
right.
Oh, how many employees are you going to have?
I'm thinking top 6,
Okay,
that includes me.
okay. So you would need parking for 7, plus your customers. So I'm gonna figure out how many, I don't know how you figure for a slaughterhouse. Maybe Patty does. But what are the hours you're gonna be there?
7 to 5,
Okay, 5 days a week?
hoping 4.
Oh, okay.
I'm hoping 4, but
So you're not really looking for anything on Saturday?
no, it would be Monday through Thursdays is
Okay.
kind of what I have it laid out in my mind right now.
Okay, so, but what we can do is we can approve you for Monday through Friday.
Okay,
Then that way, if you wind up having to work on a Friday, you don't have to come back here and say, can I have Friday?
right,
It'll all be approved, you can just do it.
yeah. The only exception would be during hunting season, which we're already doing now, so,
Yeah. Yeah, because you gotta get that stuff. It's gotta be butchered right up. Okay. I think that's enough for me right now. Craig?
I'm good for right now.
Okay. Chris?
I'm good.
Jerry?
I'm all set for now.
Okay.
Wait a second, I do have a question. Have you built the building yet?
no.
No. Okay.
So I have a building where I'm processing the wild game out of right now. My original plan was just to add on to that, but I think it's gonna be easier and more cost-effective, more efficient to build a new building.
Did you have an idea what you were gonna build it out of, like wood,
Metal building,
metal?
yeah.
And do you know the size you might have?
I'm trying to get 32 by 52 right now. No, sorry, 38 by 52.
Okay. I see you got his, okay, doesn't apply, okay. Access.
So when you know exactly what size your building's gonna be, can you amend that to the correct size?
Yeah, what does that say? That's
It
30,
says 3252 right now.
252.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's supposed to be 3852. That's probably just me
Okay,
writing down the wrong numbers.
all right.
All right. That's a dirt driveway, I assume.
The driveway to the back of my property is paved right now. The driveway going to the building will initially be gravel.
You may just have to keep an eye on dust,
Yes. Yeah.
because, well, you don't want the dust around anyhow.
I don't want it in my building either. Yeah.
Okay, Patty, I see you had a note here.
I do. So Joey and I talked about this for a while before. I gave him the conditional use application. I gave him section 1112 to answer, which is manufacturing. However, manufacturing is not permitted in the residential zone. Does it fit any other use? He's regulated under Department of Ag.
So that would be agriculture, I believe.
Doesn't fit our definition of agriculture, but
Okay. Did you see where you thought it might fit?
I wish we had a processing use, but we don't.
When we first discussed it, I think we were looking at the husbandry, animal husbandry thing, but that's not technically correct either.
Look at my book.
Could be home occupation.
He's providing a service.
Right.
Could it be a home occupation, or it's too big?
I believe home occupation doesn't allow external employees.
Okay, yeah.
And if, I wouldn't have made him come here if it was a home
Right.
occupation. I don't know if I was looking at him as being in the rural district, which is conditional use.
Veterinarian clinic where we can hook up stuff.
Well, if he's gonna sew it back together. Bed and breakfast. That'd go right along with the cafe.
Other side of town, I don't know if it would work together.
I mean, is it similar to animal husbandry? Because we have similar uses. If it's
Right.
similar to a conditional use, then we can review it as a conditional use.
I don't know why it wouldn't be, because it's animals.
Could be a combination of animal husbandry and agriculture.
That would cover both.
Can I ask a dumb question? Are the animals alive when they arrive, or are they deceased?
The livestock will be alive, yes.
Livestock?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Department of Agriculture's
Right.
specs, yep.
Yeah.
Not livestock anyways.
Not livestock, but like, do you do fowl?
No,
No. So you're basically just doing livestock.
yep,
And you also do deer?
yep, deer, bear, and moose.
Deer, bear, moose?
Yep, and they obviously come to me dead.
They come, yeah, you don't want them live.
Yeah, that would be tough.
You don't want Bullwinkle walking in the door.
No, not
Yeah.
really, yeah.
Okay.
I would say that we can put him, we can do like Patty just said. We can combine a couple to make it work.
I'm okay with that.
I'm fine with that.
So we'll combine the agriculture.
So you'll be responsible for the section agriculture and the section for animal husbandry? Is that what we want?
So we'll have to answer 11.1 and 11.3.
Yep.
You okay with that?
Sure.
None of which really applies.
No,
None of which really applies.
they don't.
He doesn't have, I mean, he doesn't have manure storage.
No.
Right.
They really don't.
I wonder if we could get an answer out of the attorney of how they would consider putting it. Because to me, well, how many acres you got up there?
3.
There's plenty of acres to, me, that's, because it's residential, so that makes it different, but to me, out in a country like that is the best place to have a slaughter operation.
Yeah, my driveway's 1,100 feet long. There's really nobody around me.
No, nobody's gonna see you.
Right. My closest neighbor is a Maine's who used
Oh.
to have the slaughterhouse down the road. Yeah.
Yep. Dana,
It's not Dan, it's his nephew.
it's his nephew now. Okay.
So where do we fit it in?
Well, I suppose you could take the animal husbandry and where it talks about manure and that stuff. Can't put in A, but he can put. Don't
So
have.
let me ask, when someone brings, say, 2 cows in to be slaughtered, do they immediately go inside to get,
They typically will
Processed.
stay overnight.
okay,
Yeah.
animal husbandry? He's gotta have a pasture area, a grazing area for him for overnight.
Yeah.
Okay, so they don't go out of the trailer that came in and in the door?
No, they'll come out of the trailer and go into a pasture area, enclosed
Holding area?
What's that?
A holding area?
Yeah, yeah.
Which has pasture and he can pile the manure.
And then how long are they in that holding area depending?
Just
on-
overnight.
Overnight?
Yeah.
So he would have a little manure, but he can keep that away from the wells.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So that would cover, that's the big thing is the well.
Yeah.
So, okay. That's, then that, animal husbandry. Even though he doesn't own them, well, he owns them when they get there.
Yeah, and it says keeping of.
Keeping
Doesn't
of.
It doesn't say he has to own them. Okay, so. Let's do that.
So we'll ask you to fill out 11.3. It's pretty simple.
And do we want him to do 11.1? Add the,
No,
okay, just do,
it doesn't apply whatsoever.
okay.
I mean, unless you guys, it doesn't.
I hadn't got to that page yet. But if you don't think it'll fit, we won't use it.
11.3 is agriculture, right?
Yes.
And if we're gonna put him on animal husbandry, he doesn't have to do.
11.3 starts as animal husbandry. 11.2 is entertainment centers, which actually, if you got cows jumping up down the field, that's an entertainment.
All right,
Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
do we want to set a sidewalk?
Yep, we can.
You want to do 2 birds, 2 cows, 1 stone on
Yeah, 'cause I
Thursday?
don't think we're gonna be too long over here,
No.
so we could do that one, I would say.
Are you available this Thursday at 7 o'clock?
It can be, yep.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Make a motion to have a site walk for Joey Waterhouse. Application for conditional use for animal husbandry, 411 Chicopee Road, map 2, lot 26-C1, at 7 o'clock on May, help me with the date, 16th.
Second.
Motion by Jerry, seconded by Chris, to have a site walk for Joey Waterhouse on Thursday, May 16th at 7 o'clock. All those in favor? 4. Okay, so we'll see you Thursday at 7.
Thursday, 7.
Or right about 7.
Okay, perfect.
You could just very crudely mark out where your new building's gonna go,
Sure.
and then where your paddock for your animals is gonna go.
Okay.
Doesn't, a couple grade stakes, maybe some flagging, just give us an idea when we get there.
I thought you said great steaks, and I was like, I don't sell steaks.
Only choice?
No. That comes under a different regulation with the Department of
does?
Agriculture, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Is there signage at the end of your driveway or a mailbox?
Yeah, there is a sign, right now it says Brookside Custom Cutting, that's for the deer business currently.
Okay,
and-
so there's a sign there?
Yeah.
Because your driveway, you said it's 1,000 feet long, so.
Right.
I don't want to get lost.
Yeah, it's straight.
If there's a sign there, are you going to use that for this business as well, the same name?
Yeah,
Okay. so we
that's the
just-
plan right now, yep.
I haven't noticed it, but we'll just make sure we know that that sign's going to be there
Yep.
for his application.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you. We'll see you Thursday.
Okay. Jason Moulton. Application for conditional use medical cannabis storefront, 771 Narragansett Trail, map 6, lot 42B.
Yes, sir. That was a lot.
Yeah, that's all right.
So, yeah, I'm Jason. How you doing? So I've run a successful delivery service and wholesale for the last 5 years in cannabis and have been just looking for a retail space that fits what we do in general. We are an organic, farm that produces high-quality flower, and we're just trying to bring it to the area and supply patients as needed.
Jerry, questions?
This is a medical marijuana, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, they've changed the regulations that you can service up to how many patients?
It's unlimited patients. You can only serve them a specific amount per every 10 days.
Per visit?
No, per every 10 days in general, per visit, yes. You can visit multiple times if it's under the regulated amount,
What's the regulated amount?
1.5 ounces.
Okay, so I can buy 2.5 ounces every 10 days?
Yes, and we have to have records and all
Okay,
that.
and I have to have a card,
We have
correct?
to have a medical card and a photo ID, yes.
Okay. And this is the building that's across from
3D and
3D,
Napa.
JD Variety?
Yep,
Real estate?
yes, sir.
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
Are you
there-
gonna occupy the entire space?
I'm not.
Okay.
Only about 530 square feet, right in the center, right in the
Okay.
middle of the building.
Okay, so you're going to be upstairs.
It's all downstairs, all one level.
It's all on one level.
Yeah, it's all trusses and cathedral and all that.
Are you processing marijuana there?
No, sir. I have my own facility that we grow off the area, and we do our own packaging and labeling, all that stuff off premises, and then we bring it in.
Okay, so everything's packages when it comes in?
Correct. Or sealed in jars.
Okay.
However, it needs to be
So there should be,
by state regulation. Yes.
should be minimal odor issues?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's, everything's packaged, or like I said, sealed in sealed
Yep.
jars. And I also have, like an air filtration system being put in as well to kind of.
Why are you doing an or for?
Just for extra, just to make sure.
Okay.
Just extra precaution. We don't want to have, with the regulations in Scarborough, I don't want to have everybody complaining,
Okay.
you know.
And they do up here.
Oh, my God, I can only imagine.
Is,
No, they're not bad.
is there quantities gonna be stored overnight?
In the facility?
Yes.
Yes.
In
Yes.
a secure location?
Yes,
or-
they'll be all locked up in the area.
You mean, you have a separate safe or
I have a
room or?
separate
I
storage
don't want
area.
to divulge your,
No, you're good. You're good. I can walk you
I
through it
divulge
once
your
it's
secrets,
done.
but I'm just
No,
curious.
but there is a separate area that I can store stuff.
yeah, and you'll have an alarm system
100%, yes.
and photo of a video.
Yep, video surveillance, 24/7. Yep.
Have you spoken to the fire chief?
I have not spoken to the fire chief directly, but the owner has.
Okay, you might want to just ask him, what, if he has any requirements for the building.
Okay.
You don't own the building, correct?
I do not.
You're just leasing it.
Yes, sir.
We should, well, should we get a letter from it, the landlord saying,
There's actually something I submitted
Yeah.
today.
Yeah,
I haven't
got that before
Do it all.
he got.
Yeah. I'm sure you haven't. There's millions of pages.
Yeah.
But the one that I submitted
The
today-
landlord said they're giving him permission to use the space.
all right,
You might also want to check with the police chief,
Okay.
at least notify them that
at least
you...
notify
absolutely,
him
I
and
would-
see if he's got any comments. Sometimes
My,
they do.
my
sometimes they
father-in-law is
don't.
the head of the DEA, so
Okay.
Scott Pelletier, so.
Oh, okay. I
That's
know
my
Scott.
father-in-law. I'm good. But yeah.
This application was given to all the department heads, fire, police.
It was,
Yes,
and there's been no comment back.
not yet, nope.
Okay, okay.
Before we make a decision,
Yep.
we should get that from them, but
Okay. Lighting, that's gonna be done by the landlord, correct?
Yes, we've discussed where it's gonna go. It's gonna go on all four corners, just kind of surrounding the building.
And the signage, you'll be using the existing
Yes, sir.
signs that are there now?
Yes.
Okay.
And then is there a question about the septic system?
you know, it's not necessarily a question, but the existing septic was installed in 1994 with a design flow of 330 gallons per day. As this building gets, as the uses get put into this building, we want to make sure that that septic system can support what we put in it. It was designed for a barber shop for 15 customers, a beauty shop for 150 gallons a day, and an antique store. So we just need to track
Okay,
what this use would require for the design and any next uses, so that
okay.
we're not overloading that system.
And
doesn't- we
number
don't
of-
plan on having
Number
a-
of employees?
2 to 3.
And
Okay, so 3.
and I'm just doing this for the public, for the record.
Yep.
9 to 5, Monday through Saturday?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And are you gonna provide a public restroom or just for your?
No, it'll
employees?
just be the employees. It just
Okay.
keeps it cleaner that way.
If that bed was put in 94, it's probably coming to its
Yeah,
end use. If I remember right, when that went in, that's out front. That's in that square box. It's up there.
I think you're right.
If I remember correctly.
Yep,
So,
right there.
yeah.
That's all I have for now.
That's out in the parking lot.
Chris?
I'm good. They're redoing the siding and stuff on
Side,
that now, right? Yeah.
They pulled out, I think they pulled out the granite curves or whatever was there for the flowers.
Right. I'm all set until site work.
Okay? I know that corner pretty good. I'm all set. Craig?
I'm good.
Okay.
You obviously have to have a license from the state, correct?
Yes, I've had the license, like I said, for years, and I've already called the state. They said all I need to do is add the storefront to the conditional licensing.
So they don't review a new license for you?
Because I've already had the licensing and everything qualifies.
Okay.
It's just an addition because I have a delivery service. It's basically the same thing, only now it's brick and mortar instead of moving parts.
So that license will reference this location?
Yes, it will.
Okay.
When you get that, can you bring it in and show it to Patty?
Absolutely,
Just so we got a copy of it on record?
of course. And I can give you my paperwork and information whenever you need as well.
Yes, Patty?
Yeah, I'd like a copy of the license for the record, for the file. No, this is owned by you, correct?
Say,
Do you own the company?
Yes, I do,
Or
sir.
it's not an
Yes.
LLC or a corporation that's running this?
no, I have
You have-
I have my own company that is an LLC, but it is
Right.
my LLC, yes.
Okay, but it's
Yeah, it's not like a big company that owns it. or
Okay,
anything,
it's
no.
not a multi-owner
No, like I said, it's very small. actually.
company.
Yep, just
Yeah,
basically
I'm
just me.
just curious.
No, absolutely, answer your questions.
Every day I learn more and more about this stuff, so.
Yep.
Okay,
I'm all set.
I'm all set. Craig was all set. Patty, you all set,
Yep.
okay? So when would you like to do a site walk?
Friday? Probably the following week,
Yep,
I think.
because we get,
You want to do a week from today?
yeah, and we also gotta remember that we don't meet the 27th,
Right.
because that's Memorial Weekend. So we won't be meeting.
Our next meeting's not until June 10th, because our next meeting falls on Memorial Day,
Gotcha.
and I'm not coming here on Memorial Day. So,
I didn't.
no.
Okay, so, all right,
So we got,
Do you want to do next Monday?
I just soon do next Monday.
Okay.
Might as well keep the Mondays rolling.
Yep.
All right.
And did you guys have a time?
6 o'clock,
Works for me.
and the date is May
20th, right?
20th.
20th. Make a motion, we have a site walk for Jason Moulton, who is an application for conditional use to have a medical cannabis storefront at 771 Narragansett Trail, map 6, lot 24B, on Monday, May 20th at 6 PM.
Second.
Okay, motion by Jerry, second by Craig, for a site walk on May 20th for Jason Moulton. All those in favor? 4. Okay. So we'll see you on the 20th.
All right, thank you, guys.
All right. Got that. I think it took a little longer. Okay, CEO report.
The only thing I have is that at the June 10th meeting, we'll be in the small conference room because this room will be being set up for elections.
Yes.
That'll be fun.
You also have a letter that I gave you tonight that's not on the agenda.
I see it.
Just wanted to point that out, should be coming to a future meeting. And I have, as I said last meeting, I've been sending out a lot of junkyard letters, and I'm getting a decent response to those requests. I feel like maybe 30% of them might be cleaned up by June 1st. That's my hope.
Okay.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
The response I'm getting has been more positive than I expected.
Oh,
So,
I think a lot of it is the attitude that felt to them, the way you take it instead of just barging in and saying, you will clean this up.
most of the people that have come forward have had circumstances that have caused their property to
Yep.
get the way it is, and once they express that, which I don't keep that in the record, but, we work on a different time frame, and I'm really hoping that some of them,
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
and that's it.
And can you make sure the other 2 applicants know that we're not meeting on the 27th?
I will, yep, we will.
I just had to think of that, we didn't tell the others. Okay, approval of minutes.
I didn't see anything wrong with them.
Okay.
I make a motion to approve the minutes for May 6, 2024 as written.
Second.
Motion by Craig, second by Chris, to approve the minutes as written for May 6th. All those in favor? 4, okay. Approval of bills,
I do not have any bills.
okay. Communications, we have a Maine Town and City publication this month. Talking about extreme storms. And if anybody wants to look at it, it's down in the code office. Anybody is welcome to look at it, even anybody from the public can come in and look at these books. there's usually some good information in them. Because and they'll hit something that, like right now, they're talking about these storms that we've been having. So usually they'll hit a topic that's dear to somebody's heart. That's the only communications I got. Other business. I don't have any. Everybody else is also, all right.
Sign the notice of decision for Paul Levesque. I think it's in your folder.
Yep, I got that.
Okay.
And I'll sign the minutes. Okay, anybody from the audience like to speak?
Come on, Henry.
I'm the new owner of the property at 771 Narragansett Trail.
Yep.
Just want to introduce myself. My name is Lee Nicely, and I'm a resident of Buxton for 24 years. And I bought that property about a year ago as a part of my retirement package to be able to hopefully create some income. And kind of, we love the area, love the town. So we're going to do our best to kind of make it a nice little corner. We do have plans to update the lot. As you can see, we're renovating the building right now. We have contractors coming back in next week, at the end of this week, to start putting doors and windows in, and siding to follow.
You're adding more doors and windows?
No,
New doors and windows?
new doors and windows. We're not adding any more.
Okay.
It's all
Yep.
new.
Feel free to add some if you like. It's,
Yeah, no, I think we got enough. Just freshen it up. Everything's from the 80s. It wasn't really well done back when it was first put together. So as we peel back the layers, we kind of start from scratch.
it was a convenience store at one time.
Yeah, Thibodeau's.
Yeah.
My neighbor's been around Buxton for a while, and he remembers there used to be a little sobriety store.
I can't remember the barber shop, but I remember the convenience store, but what was in the other unit? I
Yeah,
can't.
barber shop was there, and then
Right.
there was a beauty salon, and there was a tattoo place there when we first got in.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, the realtor office.
There was?
Yep. And there's a card shop.
Oh,
Old home days.
I just remember the Thibodeau's, that's all I remember.
Oh, Thibodeau's, there was one loaf of bread and one
Yeah.
half a gallon of milk.
And they were open on Sundays, because everything else was closed.
And he was about a two-bay garage when he started.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of stories about what it was, but we like the location, we like the area, and if there's anything you guys would like to add, I'm all ears to,
Are you looking for prospective tenants?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
And you were offering the space, the large building can be subdivided?
It's 4 spaces, currently 3 small suites,
Yep.
and then the large space, which was divvied up into small offices.
Okay.
And we may go back to that route as office spaces unless I get someone that wants to do a restaurant or something more grand.
And then the smaller units to the right, if you face the building, those are also for lease too?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to occupy one of them.
Okay.
And then they're small 350 square foot spaces. So my wife and daughter do hair and nails, so they may take one. We had a financial advisor that was interested in one of the other spaces. They're all small personal use kind of.
And the one thing I forgot to mention was, you may need a lockbox for a key to the door of the fire department.
Excuse me.
Now, on the building, on the door itself.
On the door?
Yep.
Or right on the wall next to
Right,
it?
cover.
I'm sure he'll mention that to you. But no, I only live down the street, so
Yep.
I've been
Keep an eye on
watching
it.
what's going on. and
Yeah.
You've,
Waiting for finer weather, so now that it's here, we can start.
until tomorrow.
Yep, till tomorrow, but whatever. We've been waiting for windows for 6-8 weeks now, so we'll just keep plugging away.
Yeah, those are probably back ordered.
They just landed.
Yeah.
So it's going to start in Thursday, and hopefully gets things framed up and leveled out and squared up. And
Yeah, that wasn't very straight when it was built.
no, that place, needs work.
Okay.
So thank you for your time,
Investing that money in,
Town of
for
Buxton.
the local.
Yeah, well, thank you. We love this town. So our kids grew up here all the way through the school system. And we used to own Canvas, which used to be Nicely's Video and Tanning.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That was my
Yeah.
Uncle Keith's business,
Yeah.
and we turned that into a salon back in 2009.
Yeah.
And ran that for 11 years, and then we sold it to one of the employees there after the pandemic. and I do plumbing and heating. Pine State Services was my company in the greater Portland area for quite some time, so I'm in the HVAC plumbing.
So you got a pretty good background.
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Quite fortunate.
Somebody's interested in contacting you about leasing space, what's the best way to do
There's a
that?
sign, there's a banner out front.
Okay, yep.
Has our number on it.
Okay,
And, we'd be happy to talk to anybody.
good.
Okay?
Right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else want to speak? Okay. Does anybody want to make a motion to adjourn?
Sure. Make a motion to adjourn at 7:56.
Second.
Motion by Craig, second by Chris to adjourn at 7:56. All those in favor? 4. Okay. That's it.
You lost your chance.
Yeah.
I didn't lose it.